Okay, welcome back to my next show and tell, so to speak. Last month, I had shown my family album in tribute to my mom, but I didn't have all the pictures and I didn't have all the other pictures that I wanted to show, and I tried to gather them as best as I could now, but especially from the collection, because I do it in montages so that it has a theme to it. This was very special and precious and dear to me because this was my mom's last birthday on August 2nd of 2019 before she moved back to live with my brother in former Yugoslavia. And by the way, I saw that you guys were watching, that you guys enjoyed it, and I'm glad that you did. I'm glad that I was able to share it with you. I love to share. Isn't it wonderful how pictures bring us together? We can have issues and differences and not see everything alike, and that's another story. But when it comes to pictures, it's like we all gather around the water cooler, so to speak. It's like we could be frustrated one moment, but here, let me show you a picture of my mom, my dad. It's like we're all jumping to see the pictures faster than going on the line for Peter Pan in Disneyland. So I hope that you guys, everyone who's watching it, and thank you, I can see by the numbers that you were watching me. This group of characters here, this is my family. This is the group photo, which is especially precious and dear to me because 2 weeks later is when my brother took my mom to live with him in the city of Nikšić in Montenegro in former Yugoslavia, where she passed there 2 years later. But anyhow, let's go a little bit further here. We know who this character is. This group of characters here, we know who this is. Now, this old guy, that's Stan. Let me see if I can get it and up close without it being blurry. That's Stan. That was the kid on my third and fourth birthday on the last pictures. And Mom is right between me and Stan, and that's Vicky, Stan's wife. And the young man behind me, that's Uri. That's my baby brother. And I got a few pictures of him when he was little too. And this is Natalia. And this was when we had lunch. I think it was the Saffron Grill in Orange. And this is a montage also of different scenes of my mom's birthday. That's Natalia, my niece. We know who this is. Mom and daughter having some quality time and family bonding. Okay? And enjoying the celebration. I gotta put on my glasses here. I'm not sure if it's blurring when I go up close. Oh, here we go. Okay, I'll keep it still. I want everyone to thoroughly enjoy this, not just halfway, as my mom would say. Okay, this is the same picture here. Okay. One moment. This is another family connection. This is my mom's friend Erica, who was also born in former Yugoslavia. And this is me, this little kid here. This is me back in 78 when I was 16. You can see how we were all besties and best friends. And we hung out at the Revere House every Wednesday. That was our family bonding time. And just a little bit of a note here. Erica, my mom's best friend, was born in former Yugoslavia in Vojvodina, and that's my Hungarian connection. And also other things in music and also, but this is also where it's in the family, where it's a family connection. And to me, it's the most fascinating. And from Subotica, and here's her family. Let's see, that's her husband, Otis. That's her brother. You know who this one is here. That's her nephew and her sister-in-law. It's been a while. Okay. She was born in Subotica, and to me, especially as a teenager, it's still fascinating to me now, but as a teenager, where the Hungarian spoke Serbian and Serbian spoke Hungarian, very cosmopolitan. Okay, so let's see what we got here. Bear with me here. I'm trying to keep everything organized. This is a picture of me at Chick-fil-A, taken in 2006. Also, everyone has to have their picture taken there, and everyone has a close connection with Chick-fil-A. Okay, and this was me in my uniform here in Parodies. You can see just by the look how much I loved my job, how much I absolutely loved, where I learned a lot of things, and I learned about business, obviously, and the influence of Catherine, but also it was a wonderful company where it grew me up and my work ethic, and I learned a lot of things there. And this, how they treated me for my birthday, this was taken, I think, in 2005. Okay, let's see what we got here. And this is my family. This is Uri. This was taken, I think, in 2019. This is Natalia. And this is Uri and Erica. Grown-up Uri. I got a few baby pictures of him. And then he's the one that made this. Again, everyone liked it. So this was from what he made. He and his wife Erica had made for my, isn't she beautiful? Look at that. So classy and so elegant. This picture was taken from my brother's wedding. Chedomirka Sherry Srbatovic Sefer. This was made for her memorial, even though she was buried in Montenegro, in former Yugoslavia, that in St. Paul Greek Orthodox Church that we have a close bond and connection with. That's where her parastos, her memorial service was. Okay, you guys saw that picture before. Let me see what we got here. I'm trying to stay organized here. This, we know who this character is here. This is me, and this is precious and dear to me because this was for my Serbian Orthodox Easter. This was a gift from in April of 79. This was me as a 17-year-old. I just got a new haircut, and my mom was always buying the clothes and stuff for me, and she chose it. This, and I loved it. This red suit. Let's see what we got here. Let's see. Oh yeah, that was Walt Disney's Story. That was Walt Disney's Story, and everyone tells me that I'm very photogenic, the way I take good pictures and that I pose. I had people tell me that I look like a model. Oh, look at this serious businesswoman. This was the beautiful telephone display. And look, conducting business, calling your boyfriend, very, very serious, where it was at that time in 79, it was the push button. That was the display at that time where instead of a rotary dial, I was 17 years old here, and a cool haircut. And I was 17 years old, and people think that I look busy. I was just seeing how fast I could dial. Okay, and this is me. One moment here. This is me in front of Small World, where the line was starting from the left side instead of from the right side. Okay, and I got to get a little bit organized here, and more cool, fun stuff to show and tell, and I'll be back in a few minutes. Look at this. Look at this. People told me, this is so precious and dear to me, because people had told me that I look like I'm modeling, like I'm photogenic, and you can see how happy I was. And that was a present for my parents, especially for Easter. Here, one more time. Okay, I got to get a little bit organized here, and a lot more fun, cool stuff, a lot more show and tell, and showing off my family album. And we'll be back in a few moments.